Okay. Welcome to Rainbow Shelter News. As always, a little bit of, I guess, viewing of the news and commentating on it. I might not be the most awake, although I'm still utilizing she, they pronouns to attempt to stay awake, I suppose. Christy, how are you?
Closed.
Okay. That's important for censorship reasons.
Yes, and I'm having to go on a plane realizing that I can't pass as male anymore with my male driver's license. And spending 4 hours of that trip in Salt Lake City. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's the part of licenses and stuff that they don't talk about. Still utilizing she, her pronouns.
I am still she, her.
And
I was actually thinking of growing my beard out to get around this, but I decided, fuck this.
And finally, Calon, how are you doing?
I have a bird.
Yes. How are you, Keela? How are you, Keela? Yeah. Exactly. And I assume you're still utilizing she, her pronouns.
Yep.
And
Keela, what are your pronouns? Okay, those are Keela's pronouns. You have to make that exact same sound, or else you're misgendering her.
Oh my god. See, this is why I do the pull off the move of that one alien species in Mass Effect, where I don't use any pronouns. This one is speaking to you. Fucking love that species. Anyways, let's start off over in the UK so we can get the UK over with. Okay. I mean,
you want to make sure I have a stroke before my trip.
So obviously, there is a lot of racism and LGBTQ phobia in the UK because queer asylum seekers are facing a fuckload worse shit. A lot more isolation, a lot less money, because, you know, of course.
Yep. I've got nothing to say to this. It's just, what else do you expect? I expect nothing from Britain now.
Yeah, I'm not awake enough for that. Sorry, I wasn't awake enough for one of the articles. I would drink caffeine, however, I may be utilizing plasma selling, and therefore I can't caffeinate for 6 hours beforehand. And I woke up 6 hours before when the thing would happen. But anyways, a man who threatened same-sex couple walks free after a gay friend came to his defense, and he's attended gay events. Always fun when some guy drunkenly calls people gay butt fuckers and gets away free because of his gay friends.
Also, I guess they probably included freedom of speech or something like that.
I don't know that they do that as much in the UK.
Oh, okay, it's in the UK.
Yeah, we're still in the UK. just trying to get the UK over with. But yeah.
Fuck them. I'm so tired of the UK right now.
Okay.
Tired of the UK and Texas.
Yeah, the UK really shouldn't be like as bad as Texas.
No. I can't even watch my shows anymore.
But yeah, let's see here. Gender recognition certificate has dropped by 5 pounds from 100 and from 100. Oh wait, no, sorry. It has dropped it to 5 pounds. Sorry, which is that's a good thing, but still like intrusive bullshit from what
well, how much
I have heard. Basically, they're not going to change anything. Need a diagnosis of gender dysphoria and a whole legal hearing and all that shit. Well, to get any sort of recognition in the UK. But it's 5 pounds and not 140 pounds now. So nominally better.
So you're the only one of the three of us who has done it. So how much did it cost you to get your name changed?
None, because I'm poor. Okay. Basically, you can, if you make under a certain amount, you can have the judicial fee waived.
Yeah, I mean, I've got that too, but I'm still spending like $30-$40.
Yeah, no, I spent zero money. Zero money. I spent all of zero monies to do it. Finally, tens of thousands sign a petition demanding having non-binary be a legal gender in the UK. 122,206 people, when the article was written, signed that, basically saying, let's do better on the whole legal thing with gender. You can do better. Don't do terribly, UK.
It's yeah.
Yep, that's the last thing from the UK. I'm done with the UK.
Okay.
UK can go away now.
Here, fix the UK. Oh look, there's only Scotland and Ireland. Okay, fixed.
We'll always have Paris.
Yeah,
actually,
some sad.
Yeah, that's a bit of a story too.
some sad news back in United States. Iris Santos was gunned down sitting at a picnic table and killed because she's trans, down in Houston, Texas.
Yeah, I saw that. Shaharia D'Alto, who I'm butchered the name even though I know better. Ballroom queen from who was a ballroom queen from my time, was just murdered this week too. So. Someone I actually knew. Yay. Yeah, we're already up at over 20 for the year.
Yeah, which is just awful. Well,
So many of the varmints don't understand that they're contributing to this. Although I think in Texas they do.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Yeah. Well, at least Idaho's transgender sports ban is facing some legal trouble, probably partially because it goes against the judicial agreement that was made during Trump's presidency. Since some of the stuff was upheld in terms of discrimination.
Well, if the Supreme Court clarified Title X a couple of years ago, and this case is escaping me all of a sudden, then that covers Title IX. So all of these should be struck down.
Yeah. Although whether or not they get struck down is really dependent on how much support is able to be put in to get them struck down.
Mm-hmm. Chase Strangio's on it.
Yeah, and since this has been a week of transgender sports things, Caitlyn Jenner says transgender girls in women's sports is unfair. Which I still think it's funny given that she played in a women's tennis tournament in 2016.
And she plays in a women's league.
And she's a Republican, so...
Yeah.
Well, there are some trans Republicans for whatever reason.
Yeah, I realize Blair White also exists.
Do you know in the last since that came out? Do you know how many times someone's thrown Fallon Fox at me?
Oh
and
my
gets it wrong.
Fucking god! Yeah. I was just on Sophia's channel and she was dissing some Blair White stuff, and Blair White mentioned Fallon Fox and, well, got it absurdly wrong as well.
Well, I had somebody who thinks of herself as a good person and a trans ally go on about the trans sports controversy having started with Fallon Fox breaking a woman's skull, which is not what happened, and I corrected it. I said no, it began in 1976 with Renee Richards trying to play tennis and many players refusing to play against her. So then, and I also said, and orbital fracture is the second most common fracture in which it is. Yeah, and it's not like that serious. It'd be easy to happen. I mean, I've had an orbital fracture or something close to it, so... Yeah. And then lady says, well, for adults it's different, but she should have disclosed first. So I looked it up. Her disclosure of her trans state was in March of 2013, and the fight in question was September of 2014.
Yep.
But she was only on was on hormones for a short time. She'd fully transitioned in 2006. I'm learning a lot about Fallon Fox that I don't give a shit about.
I know. That's way more than I even knew, because my main focus is that she's a mid-tier fighter that would be beaten by most better cis women MMA fighters.
Mm-hmm. But
it's
that
not
doesn't
like a big deal.
It doesn't count because she won once.
I mean, she won a handful of times and then got her ass beat.
Well, so this lady started. Eventually, it was like okay, we're just protecting women and girls. I said, bingo. I was waiting for you to actually say what you really meant. And then it ended the evening with, I don't think I'm said anything transphobic, and I just said, I know.
I know you didn't think that you said anything transphobic.
But at least she said she'd think about it. I don't know why I picked on the... Oh, because it was under the story about Caitlyn Jenner playing golf. Which is why it associates for me. So it's one of those things. I have to do this every... It's like having to defend being allowed to participate in society every single goddamn day.
Yep.
I'm a little tired of it. You both see me on Twitter, so you may have noticed my attitude has changed just a little bit as far as trying to talk to people nicely.
It's the hormones.
Is it? I thought I was getting nicer. Everybody thinks I'm getting nicer.
That's not what happened with me. I got meaner the more on hormones I got.
No, I was toxically masculine.
Yeah, fair. And I mean, it's no surprise that comes up all the time. Fox News aired 126 segments on trans student athletes. They could only find 9 different trans athletes nationwide. So it's a lot of them talking about the same person over and over like it's new, because there aren't a lot of trans athletes, so they can't really... by the way, that's 126 segments since 2019, so...
Yep.
And 72 since January 1st, I assume, of this year.
Well, the douche de orange made it a thing recently, so now all of his followers are like trying to beat us up, because that's how you handle things. And I also had a fedora coming after me who was like, well, what makes you think I'm male? Well, first of all, I don't know. There's only a certain kind of male who does this exact kind of thing. Oh, and he went on about Fallon Fox too, just for the fuck.
Yeah. But I mean, all athletes entitled to play school sports under federal law. Title IX bans discrimination against LGBTQ people in education, and school sports are part of education, which is why in some states these cases have been just dismissed.
No, Title IX eliminates discrimination in funding on the basis of sex. Funding and participation on the basis of sex. Title 10 is what clarifies what sex is.
Oh, okay.
That's why that was the issue at whether or not that was counted as sex discrimination, and it's like, on the surface of it, it is absolutely discrimination on the basis of sex for sexual purpose, or for sexual identity reasons.
So,
sorry, I don't mean to correct you on that. I just want.
Well, that's fine. Better information's always better. So, on a lighter note, WNBA star Breanna Stewart is engaged to, they say, a fellow basketball player, Marta Sargay. However, they play for 2 different teams, so I don't know how they can be really considered fellow basketball players, since they're competing together. But yeah, no, it's sweet, and it's sweet that's more publicly known and less made into a weird thing.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, the WNBA isn't entirely gay.
Yeah.
Just 50%.
You can't prove that.
Well, they're dating the other 50%. No, that's a joke. Survey of WNBA said it was 50%, and I'll go with that. That seems reasonable.
So, Milo's continuing his ex-gay statement that he's totally ex-gay, and apparently threw 150k engagement sodomy stone into the ocean to prove he's now ex-gay. Now, I'm sure no one's going to mention about when he later fished it out of the ocean. No, just,
That's what I was immediately thinking.
I don't know that I did that. That is actual speculation on our part. However, yeah, it's a lot of definitely not doing gay things. It's just two men living in the same house who are married to each other and definitely having sex. But now we're not having sex anymore. And I know only Milo and not his partner has come out as ex-gay. So,
Oh. I mean, to be honest, I live in the same. Laurie and I were married until this last week. We our divorce papers came the day before our anniversary. So,
yeah.
and we haven't. She's been living with. She's been with someone else this entire time for 8 years.
Yeah, I
don't know.
Yeah, but that's because we're poor. Milo and his partner, roommate, are not poor.
They were roommates. You don't know the meme. Okay, never mind.
It's fine. I might be rushing. I didn't watch Pose, but apparently it's been getting some praise in terms of going against anti-trans rhetoric. Sorry,
you didn't watch Pose.
No, the TV show. I'm sorry, I'm like the worst trans person, okay? Well, not the worst. I'm sorry, Blair White's still below me, but still, I see that look.
Remember I told you there was someone I was going to come out to in '94, and a fellow author? She said I won't believe you're trans until you've watched Pose.
Look, I watched Paris is Burning. Isn't that enough?
No. Although
Damn
it's
it.
discovered.
I liked Paris is Burning. You got to see some of the transphobia too.
There was an episode, and this is off base a little bit. There was an episode of Pose which was intentionally done so that nothing bad happened during it. Nothing bad happened during the entire episode. The four women went out. The four trans women went to the beach.
Nice.
And yet, it was a terrifying episode because any second you were expecting something to happen.
Yep.
So, and they did do it on purpose.
Oh yeah.
And even they were kind of expecting something terrible to happen.
Yeah. So apparently, on the show that shall not be named, Teen apparently mentioned that a teacher thought being trans was a disease and contagious. Because, of course.
Yeah. I went through this in the queer community in the 80s. And the early 90s. And yesterday.
Some people just don't read up on anything.
Yeah, Pose, by the way, I love it, but it's very hard for me because I went through that.
Yeah.
So, it's my time, my people. Okay, sorry, I'm crossing some kind of strange place. I'm stuck in my own head and memories right now. It's part of the I am moving soon to a different state. So
yeah. So good news: Ohio allowing transgender people to change birth certificate on the gender on the birth certificate. Which I thought Ohio was the only one. I didn't realize that Tennessee still hasn't updated it. I thought Ohio was the only one that you couldn't.
Oh no, Michigan as well.
Michigan as well.
Unless they've changed it.
I don't.
When another fellow writer is in Michigan, and she can't get hers changed. It's from Michigan.
Third.
Okay, so Michigan, to obtain legal name change in Michigan, an applicant must blah blah blah. Okay, it doesn't say anything about. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't want to look up more information because I don't have a lot of time. So let's just go to our final story.
What is it? What is our final story?
QAnon believers think Bill and Melinda Gates are getting divorced because she's secretly a man. I don't even know.
Calon, you've been uncharacteristically quiet. I have no way to respond to this. What do you got? I'm guessing nothing. Can you hear me?
Keela's trying to get your attention too.
Hi, Keela.
Still adorable. Yeah, it's basically another element of transvestigators or whatever. People making up theories about people being secretly men for some who knows what reason.
Yeah. Michelle Obama was a secret man. We know that. So wrong.
Yeah, it's really old. That being said, Calon, where can people find you?
You can find me at my channel, which is Calon the Wandering Snake. And yeah, pretty much just there.
Okay. Christy, where can people find you?
On the other side of the country.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. That's why
More stuff is going up, but it's still delayed. a lot of stuff is delayed until probably the very next thing I do will be with a friend of the show. So.
Okay, and you can find me at ozmainthedark.com. Here occasionally on the Fluid Voice channel, and
yeah. I'm not gonna quit that, even though I won't have the equipment for it.
Yeah, although I do want to mention wanting to. I was gonna mention it off air. I want to take a couple weeks off because I am emotionally just drained as fuck right now, trying to deal with stuff. So after this Sunday. I'm just like, if that's okay, I'm asking your permission now.
You don't have to ask my permission. I just I've taken six shows off total. So
Yeah, it's all good.
Plus this one, I'm only intermittently on it anyway.
Yeah, and when we come back, we might have some things updated. I might have the thing I want to do with a separate thing on here that I want to do with Perfect, just because I want to do that with Perfect. It's on the drier end, but I like Perfect as a person too.
I do too. I've had him on my channel twice.
Yeah, and outside of that, you know. Oh, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell and rock it out.
And there's a new Gary Newman album in 2 weeks. Buy it.
Yeah.
And tell Keela she's cute.
And
tell Keila she's cute.
yes, tell Keila that Keela's cute, and this Sunday, Tempest will be on the channel. That'll be the last episode before the 2-week break. So, come and watch that. The main thing that happens. I'm tired and I have to go soon. So with that, have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Au revoir.